Yeah, sure. It's about these like two kind of estranged cousins who go back to Poland to see where their grandma was from. Well, yeah, you can't just tell a movie in Poland. All the things that I was interested in, you can't just make a movie about. There has to be something at the core that is a story and is about people, and can bury the themes underneath all of that. So once I've been writing this kind of relationship in plays, but not movie stuff, and so I love it so much. I live it. I'm envious of people like Kieran's character and want to be people like Kieran's character, but also terrified that I would become that because it's quite dangerous. So it was all like once I lit on the relationship, it seemed perfect. Just set that wonderful relationship against the backdrop of some of these weightier things. Oh, Kieran is this like kind of free spirited, charming, brilliant, comfortable person. He's comfortable in his own skin, and I envy people like that. I mean, of course, that's an enviable thing. But there's like a dark side to it, which is that we can't hold, stable life.
Yeah, so I'm crashing down. Yeah. Just explode. But I was better give up. I answered this earlier today. I wish I had like a good answer, but I just have an honest one, which I don't know. Whenever I don't like something, I can be very articulate and explain to you why I can't play this character and why this doesn't work for me. When I like something, I just don't have the words. I go, and the word I remember saying is, damn it, I think I have to do this movie. This is like, I think I spend a lot of energy avoiding work and going, oh, good, I don't like this. And I feel this relief, and then I can just go have a nice day. And this was like, shit, I like this. And fuck, I think I can play this guy. I really like it. It was just like the fun language. It's rare that when I read something, I'm laughing out loud and going, oh, okay, now my job is to go in there and just not fuck up the joke or fuck up the scene. And that's a nice place to start from, as opposed to going in with it going, there's something here, but it needs work, and we need to figure out how to do that. It was just, it's there. Let's try not to ruin it.
I mean, similar thing, really. I thought the script was very beautifully written, and it was very clean, and felt like I could sort of see it in my head as I was reading. And then I met with Jesse, and similarly found him to be very articulate about it and funny about it, and so I wanted to be a part of it and support the film. And yeah, watching it, I felt like Jesse had really managed to realize the sort of promise of the script, but there were also things about it that maybe I hadn't fully appreciated at script level, like how after a while I started to see you guys as almost like time travelers, and I'd start to see you sort of imagine you in another time and certain images of Poland that I guess in the watching of it just landed in a more poetic way than I had pictured in my head. But I just thought it was a great script, and I like Jesse, and I like Karen.
There was so with your part too, because you would have these pages of just being a tour guide explaining what we were seeing and stuff, and you would learn all this and like, okay, that's fine, you're doing your work, but then we would just start throwing questions at you, and I was blown away that you'd have answers. You actually like,
But that was because the first time Jesse was like, "Oh, we might just get some additional shots of you running the tour," and I was like, "So what? You want me to improvise a monologue about the history of Poland, like, and relate it to the surrounding architecture?" And so from that point on, I would always go to Jesse for some feeds, or I would Google something so I could say those are bullet holes.
It was pretty good. Then you turned it around pretty fast. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, there was a rule on set. It was like, don't improvise questions about facts. You know what I mean? Like,
You asked him how to say something in Polish
one time
once.
you asked me, can I say something in Polish? And I was like, I love a loose pass, but that is not something I can do.
Yeah.
I think it was the first feature at this camp. I can't remember. We have some
there's a
distinction,
little-
but I'm not exactly
There's
sure.
a
what it
little
is.
bit in Zone of Interest.
Yes, they
In
could.
another camp in Auschwitz, I
Yeah.
believe. And this is the first one where the narrative is shot.
Oh, is that what it is?
Well,
Oh, that's interesting.
you had told me it was the first fiction it wasn't a documentary
That's right.
that had been shot, had been granted permission by
right.
the concentration camp because they respected the script and Jesse so much, and he had been working with them, and they understood his take on it. And I think that they felt it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of amazing.
Oh, and the people who run these camps, by the way, are just these real heroes. These people devote their lives. They're young academics. They're not like people who are the people who run these concentration camps. They're young academics. They go to work early in the morning. They are passionate about preserving this awful history and passionate about educating people. And it was just fascinating. So they worked with us on the script, make sure everything was correct, and allowed us, free access to the camp. It was just superb.